All right, guys, on the bench, we have a Colt Black Shadow, also known as the Colt Model 800. This is the base station that I got at Nearfest a few weeks ago, and figured I'd just go through it now a little bit better. Well, actually, I already, kind of went through it already with a fine-tuned comb, I guess you could say, and yeah, I spotted some pretty sketchy things. So yeah, let me show you. First off, one of the things I noticed was where the IC, I already took it out, but IC4 there, which is the audio IC, it was not even making it up to the screw part here, where this is actually used as a heatsink. And the reason for that is because they ended up using yeah, one of these KIA 7217 AP, which is, these are pretty common in like the Cobra 29s and whatnot. So it looked like somebody just, I don't know, had an issue with the original audio IC and probably had that laying around and just stuffed that in there. But the issue is, so I actually have the right one here, the correct Toshiba. And this is my last one. These are getting pretty tough to find, but of all the ICs I change out, at least with myself, it's usually the audio ICs that I change out the most often out of any other IC on these CB radios. I don't know why, but yeah, I think it's mostly heat related. But which brings me to the point here. So this, you can kind of see here that this IC here, the incorrect one, it's nowhere near close to being able to mount that on the heatsink. So they just kind of had that laying down on the board as is, no heatsink compound, no nothing, and it was getting extremely hot. So fortunately, I have the right one, the one that belongs in this radio. And so I'm going to be putting that in first. And so the radio obviously needs to be recapped. These are all the original electrolytics in here. But also on the AMC circuit, which is Q14, you can see there that they put a resistor in there on this AMC circuit here. So this is Q14 and Q15 right here. Both belong to the AMC circuit. So I don't know what type of mod that is. I've never seen that done before. At least I haven't anyway. So we're going to be fixing that as well. I don't know if they put that in there because of the other IC they used. I have no idea. But either way, that's getting changed back to original. And yeah, this, I think I had discussed this in the first video. The channel display is missing a segment, but that's because this here came unsoldered. So that's an easy fix. Just resolder that. And then the last thing I noticed was it's not really a mess. It's just not up to my liking, but this goes to the backlight on the meter. And this just recently broke off. This was just hanging here by like literally one strand, and you can kind of see it's just not soldered properly. And let me try to pull on this. You can kind of see this is just kind of hanging there, just barely hanging on, again, like by like one thread. And on top of that, I don't understand why you wouldn't just solder this right to there. I don't understand why you would need to heat shrink this here. I don't know if they maybe didn't know how to solder, or I have no idea why they chose to just extend this way. I mean, I don't understand why they couldn't just solder this right to that, and the same with this, just right to that, instead of making this. Again, it's not a mess, it's not wrong, but I don't understand why it was needed to be done that way. But anyway, these are just some of the faults I guess I found with the radio. Yeah, and obviously, that shouldn't be like that. That this needs an alignment. Everything worked on the radio. It we received, transmitted. It had audio, even with that IC chip in there. It still worked. Everything worked. The meter worked. But again, it's just it needs a little TLC. That's all. So we're gonna get that IC back in there with some heatsink compound and insulator. Get that done right, and then once I get all these little things fixed, these wires, Q14. Once I get that fixed, I'll go ahead and recap this. But for now, let me fix the obvious here, and then we can get on the rest with the radio here. All right, guys, made some progress on the stuff that was wrong with it. So sorry about the lighting, but let me try to get a flashlight up in here. So we got I got that IC in, audio IC, with the correct plastic screw with the insulator and the that aluminum tab with some good heatsink compounds. So yeah, that's in. That's working properly now. We got the that last segment that was out on the channel display. It's back on, which was you only noticed it on the 40 because it was only on that one leg on the 4 that was missing. So yeah, that's back on. And then I cleaned up the wiring here. As you can see, it looks way better. Nice clean solder joints, and all the wires are correctly in place, and nothing's loose and ready to fall out. So now we got the meter light back on, and figured I'd just do an on-air test here while we still have skip coming in. So let me get this on. Hopefully we can get some decent skip. Get the meter working. Get some weird Mexican channels, weird Mexican skip sometimes on channel 9.
Everything separate, but man, you sure get some high gain induction on some of those audio cables.
Yeah, it's an AM only radio, so yeah, we got the segment back on. On the 4, it was that top one there that was out. So that's back on. Oh yeah, I also got the switch back in, so now they all work. I got it lubed up with some of that deoxit. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Got it lubed up with some of that deoxit. The Fader F5 stuff works amazing. But yeah, so I'm not gonna bore you guys with recapping videos and alignment videos. I mean, I think everyone pretty much knows how that goes. I've actually done a video on some recapping tips anyway, so I'm not gonna bore you guys with any of that stuff. But it hasn't even been recapped or aligned yet, so it's a pretty good radio. I'm like I had stated before, I'm pretty happy with this one. But yeah, so at least all the mistakes are fixed. So yeah, we got the solder joint, the wires fixed, proper solder. That solder joint there on that first channel display leg, that's fixed. So now we got the 40 showing correctly, and of course the audio IC is in place. So yeah, it's looking good. So I think this will be the only video I'll do on this Colt Black Shadow. So yeah, I'm just still waiting on some caps to come in, and I'll end up recapping this, cleaning the whole radio up, and yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this one. I don't think I'm gonna be putting this one up for sale. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Well, I said I wasn't going to show any more on this radio, but I'm just so happy on how this thing came out that I'm just going to tack this on to the other video clips. So I got this recapped, and yeah, I got some of the glue out of there. Actually, it had a lot of glue in there, and upgraded some of the caps wherever I could. And it kind of brought the radio back to life, actually quite a bit. And then I did a full transceiver alignment, got everything back to normal, adjusted the modulation, so everything is back to factory. And this radio is just performing really well. It's got really good ears. I got it at we'll put it on the Synad meter, and we'll put it on the scope and the spectrum analyzer so you can see how good this radio is coming out. And alright, let me turn on this. Sorry about the tone, but we got minus 110, minus 110, that's 111, 112, 113, minus 114. And yeah, we got just about 12 dB Synad. So yeah, I got this hooked up to the speaker. Yeah, there we go. Which is hooked up to the, just in case you guys are wondering where it's hooked up to. But yeah, so minus 114. We're getting 12 dB of Synad. Let me turn this signal generator off. Get this. There we go. Yeah, so it's got really good ears. Sorry about this glare. Let me see if this is any better. That might be a little bit better. So yeah, anyway, it woke the radio right up. Yeah, I'm really happy with this, and let's get this on the 1040 Service Master, and we can see exactly what it's doing on the scope here. Hold on, guys, bear with me. All right, let's get this swapped over. Sorry. Let's see what we got here. Perfect. Yeah, it's perfect. Alright. And let me try putting this down here. You guys can, I don't know, you can't see it. But let's get this over to the 54. That's good enough. Alright, guys. This radio's working really well. I'm really happy with the way this came out. Not bad for a... Let me turn this off. Not bad for a near-fest find, ham-fest find. Yeah, I'm super happy with this, guys. Thanks for watching.